Welcome to 5 Minutes of X, where the world fears mutants, but the real menace is a bald man with boundary issues. Welcome back to 5 Minutes of X. Today we're diving into X-Men number 5, originally published on March 3rd, 1964. It was written by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, as has become tradition. Today we're going to talk about Pietro Maximoff, the brother of Wanda, who we spotlit a few episodes back. Quicksilver, as he's otherwise known, was front and center and probably the coolest scene in all of the X-Men films. His slow motion rescue in an exploding X-Mansion in X-Men Apocalypse. It's so good, I'm just going to play the whole scene without sound while I talk. Seriously, just ignore me and just enjoy it. Quicksilver is Marvel's answer to The Flash, debuting over 20 years after the DC Speedster. Still, he's carved out a legacy all his own. In comics, he's best known for two things, being fast and being Wanda's brother. They're often paired up, even though their origins and even who they are now have gotten somewhat messy. It sucks that the MCU killed him off in Avengers Age of Ultron, like the moment we got to know him. In comics, though, Pietro's got some history. He's been an Avenger, had solo titles, and despite being a jerk half the time, he's usually just trying to do the right thing. As for his mutant status, well, that depends on what year you're reading. He and Wanda were retconned not to be mutants during the Axis event, I don't know, maybe like 10 years ago, and linked instead to the High Evolutionary. That's still in limbo depending on who's writing, but for now I'm calling him, and Wanda for that matter, a mutant. We may change our minds as we go through this project. That's so far in the future that we don't really have to worry about it yet. And on to X-Men number 5. So right off the bat, we get a weird editorial box on the splash page claiming the public is instantly fascinated by the X-Men, which makes me think were sales already slumping on this title? We open with Professor X still incapacitated. The X-Men have to break into their own mansion. Nobody was given any keys or anything. Jean's parents come to visit, so the team gets into civilian clothing. It's super clear that Xavier did some questionable mental tricks to get Jean's parents on board with her coming to the school. During the visit, there's this super fun moment where Scott accidentally activates the danger room while it's still running Beast's program, but overall the parents don't suspect anything. It's a good couple pages. As Jean's parents leave, Mastermind spies on the mansion, but he can't seem to find the X-Men, so he returns to Asteroid M, Magneto's space base. Brotherhood argue for a page or two, and back on Earth, Bobby wants to watch a track meet on television because a new super athlete is jumping over everything. The X-Men suspect he's a mutant. They go to the event and save the poor guy from a mob, only to discover he's actually Toad. Whoops. Luckily, they don't blow their cover or like their address. The Brotherhood shows up for a brawl and kidnap the Angel. They escape in what might be the dumbest magnet-shaped vehicle ever drawn. Back on Asteroid M in space, Magneto tortures Angel while Wanda openly questions Magneto's evilness. Every issue now, Wanda is like stepping further and further away from Magneto, and it's a really cool like sort of subplot that just kind of keeps on going. It's just super neat. Toad, meanwhile, goes into some kind of weird trance. He calls a ship to come pick him up, and the X-Men board the magnetic space Uber and go up to the asteroid. Fight round 2, I guess, is the X-Men versus Brotherhood. Magneto carries the team again. Wanda and Pietro are visibly done with this nonsense, and Scott gets blasted into space, but saved by a totally tubular ice bridge. I repeat, a totally tubular ice bridge. Oh, so cool. Eventually, the X-Men escape via a smaller space Uber pod, and somehow the Brotherhood does too. Despite Magneto supposedly being magnetically in control of everything, just don't think too hard about it. Then, boom, Professor X reveals that he faked his powerlessness the whole time. Why? Well, it was part of their final exam. Cool. Thanks for the trauma there, Chuck. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, this issue is kind of a mess. It's not that the plot beats are bad. The idea of Magneto trying to find the X-Men's location by luring him out is smart, it's fine. The conflict between the Brotherhood and the X-Men, it's pretty classic. Wanda's growing doubts, that's pretty good too, I'm really digging that. But the execution, Professor X faking his power loss, the whole Toad track meet subplot, the nonsense vehicle logic, the janky return trip from space, it just kind of clunks around. Still, Still, it's early days. There's charm in this chaos, but this one's definitely a skip on the reread unless you're working on your master's degree in mutant shenanigans, or the physics of totally tubular ice bridge is the best panel in this entire issue. Well, you survived another session in the Danger Room. For character info, reading lists, and whatever other nerdy projects I'm tangled up in, head over to Jordy.com. New episodes drop Wednesdays at noon and Fridays at 4 p.m. Eastern. And remember, if your final exam includes faking paralysis and child endangerment, maybe get a new mentor.